Hi guys, today's video is going to be a tutorial for this look, which is inspired by Galliano's Spring 2009, I think. It's another high fashion look, and yeah, I really like this because of the dash kind of eyebrows, the shape, and the lips and stuff. I kind of took it from a couple of the pictures in that makeup thing, and yeah. Now the models had these big fake like purple and orange frizzy afros, and I think the difference between theirs and mine is that this is actually my hair. So yeah, this is gonna be a friggin' disaster to brush out, but dedicated. Yeah, so I do hope you enjoy it and you like how it turns out, and yeah, so here's the tutorial. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you just want to apply a base color, which is like the same color as your lid, a little bit lighter. So I'm using a mix of these two colors from MAC. This is Gesso and this is Blanc Type. Both matte colors, and yeah. So I'm just going to take this on a 239 paddle brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and pack that right onto my lid. Okay, so then once you have the whole color on your lid, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this color, which is Plumage from MAC. Yeah, another pet peeve. This is called plumage. It's not plumage. It's not plumage. It's plumage as in birds, like feathers from birds. Yeah, like I've heard actual MAC artists say plumage, and I'm like, the fuck? Like, it's plumage. So, yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that on my 217 brush. Just get a little bit on there, and then I'm going to go ahead and just start to draw out the shape. I'm kind of putting it above where my natural crease is, so that you can kind of see a little bit of the white whenever you close your eye. I'm just doing up the shape in order to suit my eye shape, so just work with whatever you have if you want to do it. Yeah. And then I'm also just going to take the a 219, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of like define that shape a little bit. Okay, so then once you have that plumage color on and it looks like this, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over it with Electric Eel, just to make it a little bit more blue as opposed to dark green. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Once that's done, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to define that a little bit, and I'm using a little bit of Carbon from MAC, just a matte black, on a 208. It's a tiny brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and define that line. So that's done and it looks defined. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this color. This is Dark Edge. You can use any sort of like dark brown. And I'm just going to put a little bit right underneath my lash line. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and apply my liner and some mascara. And I'm going to use what are these? I'm going to use the Shiny lashes. Oops. The number 18s. They look like that. You can get these on the Glam It All website. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to show you how to finish up the rest. Okay, so then once I'm done with eyelashes and everything, it'll look like this. And yeah, so what I did from the bottom, I just put some mascara on the bottom, and I put a white eyeliner on my waterline. And then the next thing I'm going to do is the eyebrow. And I'm actually going to draw in some bottom lashes because I don't have any... Surprisingly, I don't have any bottom eyelashes. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just going to take a little bit of the brown from the Makeup Forever Flash palette and a little bit of black. Just mixing like kind of like a dark brown color. and that's what I'm going to use for both of those. And then for the eyebrow, there's really no even way to do this. Just once you do one, just try to match it up on the other side, so yeah. Okay, and then once the eyebrows are done, it look like this. I kind of messed this one up, but whatever, we don't really care, right? Yeah, so then for face, I'm using, or for cheeks I should say, I'm using something. I mixed these two blushes from MAC. This one is Peachy Keen, and this one is Secret Blush, which is a beauty powder blush. So I'm going to use a mix of those two, just on a 108, and I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of blush on. For a highlight, I'm going to use Vanilla Pigment from MAC, and it's just like a shimmery kind of like light vanilla color, I guess. And I'm just using a 224. I'm going to put a little bit right on the top of my cheekbone area. It's basically just going to make me look really shiny, but a little bit right under here. And then I'm going to tap a little bit right on the center of the lid. So that there's a little bit of shimmer. For lips, I want kind of like a really shiny red, so I'm actually just going to use Russian Red lip gloss. You could use a lip liner, but I'm going to take this off, so I'm not going to. And it's, if you really want a good, like, strong red lip gloss, this is the one to get. And yeah, that's what the red lips look like. They're very, very shiny, and I really like them. And then for the top of my lip, I'm just going to do something that is actually seen in a lot of Galliano like makeup stuff. And I'm just going to take a little bit of gold. This is Trophy Wife from Glamdol, which is an awesome gold if you don't have it. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that color, and I'm going to put it right there on my like Cupid's bow area. Just like that. And it's actually in like a lot of his shows. It's like that, so yeah. And that's it. So I do hope you enjoy it. I think it's rather fun, and it's definitely cool to try out these eyebrows because they're fun. Yeah, so if you enjoy it, then let me know. And if you guys like the high fashion stuff, because I really do, then also let me know. And until my next video, I will talk to all you soon. Bye.